In the electric sprawl of Bangkok, stories hide in plain sight. Down a quiet soi, away from the chaos, stands an ordinary apartment building. Concrete glass and balconies crowded with laundry. Nothing unusual, except for one door on the 4th floor. Apartment 413, not famous for its view, but for a voice that came from its walls. A voice that terrified a nation and became a digital legend. The building had no dark history, no infamous crimes. It was just another place to live, until something changed. Something settled in the walls of one unit, waiting for someone to listen. Before the whispers, apartment 413 was just a number. The previous tenants left for ordinary reasons, a young couple moving on. But maybe something else had always been there, silent and unseen. This is where our story begins, a modern ghost story at the crossroads of ancient fears and new technology. For one young woman, the answer to "Are we truly alone?" would come as a chilling whisper. Soon the world would know her story and fear apartment 413. The question remains, what really happened behind that door? Let's find out.
I was just a typical university student, ambitious, focused, and new to Bangkok. I needed a place of my own, somewhere to study and escape the city's chaos. I signed the lease without a second thought, just excited to start fresh. Narrator: after weeks of searching, she found apartment 413, small, affordable, with just enough space for her life and dreams. The landlord was friendly, the neighbors quiet, the building secure.
Pim unpacked, decorated, and settled in, feeling accomplished as the sun set. The first night was peaceful. No strange noises, no cold spots, just the city's distant hum.
I had no reason to think anything was wrong. It was just peaceful. I was ready for a new chapter. Narrator: but that peace was only temporary. Pim had no idea she was sleeping on the edge of a terrifying mystery. The silence of that first night was the calm before the storm.
The storm would begin with a single chilling whisper, and nothing would ever be the same. But apartment 413 was about to make history. The haunting was about to begin. S1 Media Group, dimly lit apartment hallway, tense young woman entering apartment adit stock at distribute, _equally. I never imagined my new home would become infamous. The second night was quiet. Pim finished her homework, called her parents, and got ready for bed. After midnight, she heard it. A faint, dry sound, like rustling leaves.
I opened my eyes, wide awake. I told myself it was just the building settling.
The sound came again. A whisper, low and raspy, from inside the wall. Pim froze, paralyzed by fear. She didn't sleep, waiting for dawn. Don't look behind you. The ordinary apartment was now a place of terror. The legend of apartment 413 was born. Pim tried to rationalize the whisper. Stress, exhaustion, a bad dream, but the fear lingered.
Determined to prove it was all in my head, I set my phone to record overnight.
Hours passed in silence until the whisper returned, louder, more insistent.
"Get out!" it rasped. Then I heard soft, sad crying.
In the morning, Pim listened to the recording. The whispers were there, clear as day. Night after night, the phenomena escalated. The whispers grew frequent, sometimes pleading, sometimes angry. Scratching sounds came from inside the walls. Objects moved. The feeling of being watched was constant.
I was sleep-deprived, on edge, and too scared to tell anyone.
Desperate, she recorded a video, aiming her phone at the corner where the whispers seemed to originate. Hours passed, then a flicker on the screen.
Frame by frame, I saw it. A pale, distorted face in the corner.
She finally had undeniable proof.
I knew I couldn't stay any longer.
The haunting was real and Pim was its target. The evidence was chilling.
I needed help.
The story was about to go public. Pim's nightmare was about to become everyone's. The legend was about to explode. Apartment 413 was now infamous. Armed with chilling evidence, Pim reached out to friends who were skeptical until they heard the recordings. The whispers and the fleeting face left them speechless.
We urged her to share it, to warn others.
Pim sent her audio files to a popular late-night radio show.
I played the whisper on air, "Don't look behind you." The response was instant. Phone lines lit up.
Social media exploded. #apartment 413 trended across Thailand.
The story spread like wildfire, shared, analysed, debated. The single frame of the face was dissected in online forums.
It resonated deeply. Ghost stories are part of our culture, but this was different. It was real, digital, and happening now.
The legend grew with every share and comment. Apartment 413 was no longer just a room, it was a national obsession. The haunting had gone viral. The viral story drew a respected paranormal investigation team. Pim agreed to let them investigate, desperate for answers. The team arrived at dusk, setting up EMF meters, thermal cameras, and recorders. Initial readings were normal until the K2 meter spiked and a cold spot appeared in the corner where Pim saw the face.
Is there anyone here with us? Can you give us a sign?
Silence, then a faint sigh captured on audio, and one investigator felt a cold touch.
That was enough for me. I fled the apartment that night and never returned.
The investigators had tangible evidence: EMF spikes, cold spots, and an EVP. The haunting was no longer just a story.
I left everything behind.
Apartment 413 was now infamous and Pim was gone. The mystery deepened.
I can't sleep. It's 2:17 a.m. The face from the video is burned into my memory. Every light is on, but the darkness presses in. The cold spot the investigators found is still there, making my skin crawl. They confirmed I'm not crazy, but that only makes it worse. I want to call my mum, but what would I say? That a ghost touched someone in my room? I should have left after the first whisper, but I thought I could control it. You can't reason with a shadow. A floorboard creaks. My heart leaps. Silence. This room used to feel like my world. Now it's a cage. I keep thinking about the whispers. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. What does it want from me? Why me? Then I hear it, scratching from the wall behind my headboard. My body is rigid with fear. The scratching stops. Silence, heavier than before. And then, the whisper, right in my ear. So cold, so clear. Yahan lang ma, don't look behind you. I don't. I grab my keys and phone and run. I don't look back, I will never look back. The nightmare is over for me. But the story isn't finished.
The story of Apartment 413 is more than a ghost story. It's a reflection of modern Thai culture. Belief in spirits is woven into daily life, but this haunting was different. It unfolded in real time, on smartphones and screens. Digital recordings gave the haunting immediacy and authenticity.
For young Thais, it was the ultimate ghost story. Verifiable, shareable, personal.
The viral spread showed the power of youth culture and digital connectivity. The legend became a shared experience, a digital campfire. The haunting wasn't curated by media, it was built by the community. Technology didn't dispel old beliefs, it amplified them. The ghost was in the machine, turning private terror into public legend. After Pim fled, the story faded from headlines but never disappeared. The landlord locked the door to Apartment 413, the whispers stopped. The room remains empty, its reputation sealed. The recordings and videos still circulate online, resurfacing to scare new audiences. Without Pim, there are no new sightings. The entity is dormant. Was it a genuine haunting or a masterful hoax? The evidence remains, but the truth is elusive. The legend endures, a cautionary tale for anyone seeking cheap housing in Bangkok. The story leaves us with unsettling questions. The fear was real. The room is still empty. Some doors are best left unopened. The final question is for you. If you were given the key, would you dare to spend a night in apartment 413? Would you listen for the whispers?